The Golden Girl is all over your box, baby. Yes, I'm here. Listen, it is so many details that are going down right now. You need to make sure you are here. Get ready, get set. I got a full, long list of everything. Like the details are starting to unfold. They are absolutely crazy. And yes, I am talking about P. Diddy is now arrested. It's official. Like Puff not going down, Puff went down. And last night we did a show, and I told you on the show last night, I told you that the way that they arrested Puff, the fact that Puff was there in New York to turn himself in, and they didn't allow that to happen, I told y'all that it was more than likely a greater possibility that the judge would not release Diddy. And I hate to be the one to say I was absolutely right, but yes, I was. They are not releasing Diddy until the trial. At least he will sit in prison until the trial. The trial date has not even been announced. He has the judge, she has up until 9 months, okay, to even give the date for the trial. Now, I can tell you that tomorrow morning there will be another proceeding that will take place. The judge has determined that Puff is still a risk, even if he isn't a flight risk. And I'm going to explain to you why. But before I do that, I want you to check this out. Here's one of the clips from Puff's lawyer really crying about the fact that Puff is not coming home.
So that's all I have. Huh?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Wait, what was the question? We're appealing it. We're no bail. No bail. He's detained.
We're appealing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail. Tomorrow at 3:30. 3:30. Same place. Bail appeal. Bail appeal. Bail appeal tomorrow at 3:30. Same courtroom. Different judge. He's doing fine. He's a fighter. He's a fighter, and he.
Okay. Okay. All right. He's a fighter. He's doing fine. But that particular lawyer, that guy doesn't really look like really sure about what can take place, because one thing has happened. They've all been kind of like surprised and shocked at the way that the proceedings have gone. He was in contact with the prosecutors, with the feds and everything. I'm talking about Puffy's lawyer. They were communicating. They were trying to negotiate Puff coming in to keep Puff from being stuck in prison like he is now. If they would have decided to bring Puff in the way they did, now he stays. If Puff would have turned himself in and they would have accepted that, then he would have been able to get a bail right then and there. But they did it this way. That's why they did it a day early. Puff was prepared to turn himself in today. They went and got Puff yesterday. And let me tell you some of the details that went on, even with the arrest and everything. So it's a lot. Shoot this live out. Get ready, get set. And let me tell you, this man gonna forever be sorry that he sued these people. You gotta love Diddy on a come up. You gotta love it. Diddy only invested $1,000 in Ciroc. Yo, that right there that's the move. And made millions off of them. I know they pissed off with this nigga. I know they like, what, nigga? We built your shit to billionaire status. And so he tried to sue him, and it didn't work. No, he didn't win. No, he didn't win. Not only did he not win, now they're countersuing. They don't even want to be bothered with Diddy. They want to cut the ties right now with Diddy. They no longer want Diddy a part of Ciroc. So I'm just telling you before Diddy get on and start telling everybody, don't drink Ciroc no more. We ain't messing with Ciroc no more. No more Ciroc. Unless they can come to an agreement. They don't want to do no agreement with Diddy. They pissed off. They like, fuck this nigga. No, he didn't.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood's Black Barbie Golden Girl.
That is exactly what happened, and then everything else followed. Now I can tell you that these people jumped back in this morning. They made a statement. Cassie has also made a statement. Everybody has a statement to make, but there's also a lot of audio and video that is about to be released. On this audio, you will hear Cassie begging for money, so forth and so on. This is what the lawyer says, according to the lawyer. They were recording these conversations where she was basically trying to extort Diddy into giving her money. Because if you look at it one way, it's blackmail. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who the person that's doing it, it would have been blackmail. It would have been like, oh no, listen to these calls. She's blackmailing this man, period. But because they want Diddy, you know what I'm saying? They like, nah. We gonna just look over all that. We gonna look over the fact that she violated the negotiations of the agreement by even speaking about Puff in any way, shape, form, or fashion. She shouldn't be. We gonna just ignore all that because we want Puff, and this is this, and that is that. So here's another clip from the lawyer and what he had to say. You gotta listen close because this is Puff's life on the line. He is down from $1 billion, from a billionaire status to $400 million. It's money that could change all of our lives and generations. But for Puff, it's going down, and it's going down to the lawyers. They are charging Puff up. He has lawyers out the wazoo. That $1 billion has dwindled down to $400 million. He put his house in Miami up for collateral. Actually, he sold the house. He was willing to put it up for collateral. Let me get it right. He paid down $18 million to clear the house. It was remaining $18 million owed on the house. He paid that off so that he fully owns the house. So that if he needs to sell the house, he can sell it and recoup all the money. Or if he needed, or if they had accepted his bail plan, which the judge did not, but if the judge had have accepted Puff's bail plan, they were planning on putting that property in Miami that is worth $50 million up for collateral. It didn't happen. The judge did not go for it. That's one property. Puff also has his property out here in Hollywood. He has that particular property up for sale for $68 million. No one has bid to purchase that yet. Puff also is trying to divest all of his interest. He also has his plane that he has a letter of intent from someone that is claiming that they may even want to purchase it. He's trying to get rid of all of his assets and get as much cash as he can so he can have it for all that is coming his way. And that is to fight this case with everything that he has to get better lawyers, more investigators, whatever is necessary to try to get him out of jail, because now it's not about for him keeping his freedom. It's about getting back out to freedom. And I'm telling you right now, this judge is not going to let Puffy go. I hate to say it and I hate to see it, but this judge is not going to let Puffy go. Tomorrow, I don't believe that. I believe that she's going to keep Puff in there until the trial date. That's what I believe, period. I could be wrong. I hope that I am. But I don't think she's letting him go because there's too much things that she said for her reasons for keeping him. It has nothing to do with a plane. It has everything to do with who he is, the power that he has, the fact that he has intimidated witnesses. As recent as 3 days ago, they say that he had someone and he was calling Dawn Richards, the girl from Diddy Dirty Money that's suing him. This is the case that really pushed everything into stratosphere. Okay. Diddy Dirty Money. All right. Now she said that he contacted her, called her 54 times in one day. The judge is saying, nah, he's too intimidating. People are afraid of him. We've heard testimony from over 50 to however many hundred witnesses that said that they're scared. They're afraid of Puff and what he'll do. And because of that, she's going to keep him in prison. And it's it. And that's that.
Scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30 in front of Judge Carter, the district judge assigned to this case. I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think he came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case. And we're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he.
Okay, so there you have it. Puff is going to fight to the end. He has no choice. He's already been arrested. What else can he do? He's in jail now. The judge is not allowing him to come out. 8:30 tomorrow morning, she will determine, you just heard it, what's going to happen, the future of Puff, at least up until the trial. And if he doesn't get this appeal tomorrow, if he doesn't win this appeal to be able to come home, he won't come home unless just short of he almost dies in jail and they have to release him or something like that. And hopefully that won't happen either. Which brings me to the thing I spoke of last night about the videos that they say that they have. They say they have lots of videos and people are on these videos and we don't know who's on the video, but we know everybody is on the videos. And so the fact that the people that are on the video may not know that they're on the video makes it illegal. Okay. Yes, they agreed to be at the party. Yes, they even were happy that they were having free calls. But did they know that Puff was secretly videotaping them so he could look at for his own guilty pleasure later? No. And that is a crime. That is one of the crimes that they're going after him. There are 3 charges that they have against Puff, and they're inclusive. They don't say whether 2 is 1 and 1 is 2. There are 3 charges. They include sex trafficking. They include racketeering, and they don't say what the other charges are, but they do say that they're still investigating, and they're investigating more than just that. They're investigating money laundering, okay? They're investigating a lot on Puff. This is all they've been able to come up with, which is why I say most of the stuff that they've been saying, it doesn't seem like they really have the proof for it. Even the Attorney General in New York was saying that he's going to throw everything he can and he's not going to stop. Like he's going to throw everything at the table. Throwing everything at the table means that you don't believe that half of it's going to stick or majority of it or any of it. But you're willing to do it anyway because you think that you have something and they may. I think that they have the most that they have is Dawn Richards from Diddy Dirty Money stating that Puff trafficked her. That's what I believe got him arrested here is her statements. But there are other people that were in the circle who will testify against that and say, nope, she's lying. She was with Puff. They were having a relationship. She was this, that, and the third. They were together. She's disgruntled. She's mad. Bloom blang. All this, that, and the third. It's all going to come out. Golden Girl is all over your box. Look at this clip right here. This is the lawyer speaking again.
And eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again. And we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
Where's he being detained?
I don't know. The question is, why did it happen last night instead of today? I don't know the answer to that question. I just want to make one point very clear. We have no power. All we can do is show good faith. He got on a plane and he came here. And if he stayed here for 1 day before the case started or for 1 year before the case started, he was going to stay as long as he needed to stay. It ends up being only 12 days. That's fine. That's what the government wanted to do. The government didn't want him to turn himself in. He came here to turn himself in. Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest the guy who came to New York to turn himself in. But we are going to make all these points again tomorrow, and we'll make him as much as we can until we get him.
Okay. All right. And we'll make him as much as we can until we get him out. And I know that as he speaks and says this, he knows that the judge is not going to let Puff out. Golden Girl is all over your box. Not that I'm wishing that he doesn't. I'm just telling you the way it is. I can clearly tell you that they've already submitted 144,000 documents, pages for a subpoena that they received from the prosecution. They've given up a lot of stuff. They have the video. They have all this, that, and the third. It took all this time to get an indictment because they didn't have enough. The people that are in the videos, the people that are on the tapes, everybody was willing participants to do what they were doing. And some knew that they were being videotaped. Maybe some didn't, but most did. Everybody knows that Puff was the man with the videos, with the cameras, with all that. It's not a secret. The people that were there, they were well aware of what they were doing. All right. So anyway, that's in my opinion. And most of them have said the same. All right. Most of them won't even talk about it because they were there because that's where they wanted to be. All right. You got the Kardashians. Oh, you got everybody that you've seen at the parties with Diddy. Everybody. I mean, Hollywood's A-listers, everybody, Ellen DeGeneres, you name it. They've been at these parties. They're on these tapes. I can't say she. They're all on the tapes because he videotaped everybody that came in the house. There's cameras in every room, several cameras, several angles everywhere, not a corner of the house not being videotaped at all times. Of course, everybody's on the video. Get it? So Puff has to worry about being Epsteined. Like he got to worry about that now. Like that's an issue that I talked about last night on the live. I talked about it. You guys subscribe. It's the Naked Truth Podcast with Golden Girl. And let me tell you, I talked about the fact that I know Diddy is afraid that he may get Epsteined. Like real rap, he got all this video, all this knowledge, all the knowledge of who did what and when. And if they decide to cut a deal on giving somebody else, he have a lot of people he could get. So trust and believe when I tell you the industry right now, oh, they are running scared. Like it's a situation right now. These jokers is running scared in Hollywood and New York. Executives, celebrities, all of these people are feeling some type of way because they are afraid that what they did, whatever they did, whether it was just having fun and having sex in a room or with whomever, or with somebody's husband or wife, or a male with a male or a girl with a girl that maybe you didn't know they were that way, or whatever. It all was able to go down at Diddy's place. And that's just the way it's been working for him for years. People been waiting. They've been hearing about the parties in Hollywood. They've been hearing about the parties from the Hamptons. And they've been waiting to go to a party for years. Now they're like, oh my God, I went to puff parties. I've been going to them. Let me tell you, somebody has been going to the parties and having the ball for years. Woo! She get drunk, she get it popping. Sanaya Lathan. Oh, yeah, she be at the parties. Sanaya Lathan known for getting drunk at them parties, back rooming and everything. Yeah, I'm talking about it. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just telling you. I was just dropping that particular name. She's one of thousands, but one of hundreds for sure. But Sanaya Lathan has a very clean, persona and everything as far as everybody's concerned, and she does. But at the end of the day, she's definitely one of those people that frequented Puff's parties on a regular basis, gets twisted, do the candy, sniff, sniff, whatever. All this, that, and the third. She ain't the only one. It's a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Wait for Diddy parties to freak, to have a freak off. Can't wait to get the freaking. They be waiting for the invite. Well, she don't even need an invite. Some people are just regulars. We having a party, you come in, you know what it is. They got outfits there. They waiting. They getting the party. They down in the tunnel. Special people going down in the tunnels underneath Puff House out here. Ain't nobody going under them tunnels no more. Puff ain't never even going in that house again. Ever. He ain't ever going in that house again. That mansion is over. It's over there. I've been to it before. And it's over. It's on the market to be sold. He's not going to get what it's worth. All of the above, like, yo, dude, he really did himself dirty. And he could have prevented this. He should have just paid the girl the money from day one when Cassie was asking for that money, but he didn't want to do it. He just couldn't find it in himself to do it. And then what about the other guy, Rod? He could have paid Rod off. Rod wanted $29,000 or $50,000. It was small change. You understand? And then this man came out with the stories that will forever haunt Diddy. He'll forever say, oh my God, I should have just paid these two niggas, Cassie and Lil Rod, because Lil Rod's somewhere now. I don't know if he happy or not, because I know he was, a secret lover to Diddy while he was there, and he was getting plugged and Diddy kicked him out the door, and then he was like, he don't want me no more, and he ain't give me my money, and I got to explain this shit to my wife. The Golden Girl is all over your box, and boy, it's getting hot. The Naked Truth, Little Rod, that of course is Rodney Jones, the producer who is suing Diddy for $30 million. Well, on Monday, he added on to his complaint. He actually doubled down on what he'd already said and added even more. You may have heard he claims he has over 100 hours of video and audio that he took while he was with Diddy for around a year, that he lived with him as he worked with him. He claimed that he woke up one morning, he was in the bed with Diddy and 2 other sex workers. He didn't know how he got there. He said he was naked. He felt as though he was drugged. And he is charging that Diddy is running a RICO enterprise, okay? Sex trafficking venture. This is what he added on in his lawsuit on Monday. He also added on about the shooting that took place at the Chalice Studios. He is claiming that Diddy and his son Justin were the only 2 in the restroom when the man named G was found. He claims that he was the one who went into the bathroom, found G on the floor, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his leg and his hip. And he said that he was the person who brought the victim out, which is G, to the front studio where the ambulance was waiting. This is what he added onto the complaint. He is alleging that Diddy instructed him to tell the police that he had nothing to do with it, that Diddy had nothing to do with the shooting, and that it occurred outside the studio by a drive-by selling. Rodney also said that G was not shot outside. He was shot inside. Now, this thing got a goalie, okay? He's also claiming that the report that the police took doesn't match anything as far as what really happened and what was said. Okay, there's a lot of allegations up in here. He also said that he was naked one night. Okay, this was while he lived with Diddy and worked with Diddy for over a year on the album, on the Love album. He said that he woke up in Diddy's bed one night or one morning. He was with 2 sex workers, him and Diddy. He didn't know how he got there. He believed that he was drugged. And yeah, he was in Diddy's bed, ass bone naked. This is what the man alleges, okay? You've heard most of the other allegations. These were allegations that were added on. To go back to when Diddy and Justin were allegedly in the bathroom and G got shot, he also said that on that night, all right, when the police came, Puffy and Justin hid out in a whole nother studio while the police investigated. And as soon as the police left, they was the first to leave right after the officers departed. This is out of control crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He is alleging that this all took place and he witnessed. He's saying that he picked up G and carried him to the ambulance. And only Diddy and his son was in there when the shooting took place. So this just got real deep. He added on to his story. It's a RICO charge at this point, and this is what he is claiming. Talk about the naked truth. Rodney Jones also said that Diddy has hired a private investigator. The private investigator, he believes, has sought out his friends harassing and has bribed a close friend to try to provide dirt on him. The investigator attempted to bribe his friend, and he wanted to produce evidence to paint Mr. Jones in a bad light. This is everything else that he added onto an already 72-page complaint. I'm not sure how many more pages this is, but at the end of the day, this right here, the 100 hours that he claims that he videotaped, that he recorded audio, that is what may be coming out. And he alleges that there are other celebrities on these tapes and in this audio that are doing illegal activity.
Golden Girls got the naked truth. No fake tea over here. Believe that. Baby. Just the naked truth.
I do also believe that he is a disgruntled lover. Like at the end of the day, he may not want to admit it to himself, but yeah, I also believe that as well. Judging from what he said and the fact that he stayed with Puff, he traveled with Puff, he lived with Puff, they were exercising, they were having a ball, a couple of balls, and a few other things going on. And when things, so he didn't want the money the whole time while he was chilling with Puff. Is that what it was? Like, that's the part. It all gets fuzzy no matter how you look at it. All right. The package, the bail package was denied. All right. That's the bottom line. Let me tell you what was in this bail package. All right. Puff was offering collateral of his mansion in Miami that is worth $50 million. He was offering the collateral of his mother's mansion. He put up all of his passports, all of his sons, even his daughters. All right. This was to ensure that they weren't going to try to move to another country as a family or whatever. He also put up his plane for sale and noted to the judge that the plane would be here in Los Angeles. It will not move. It will not go anywhere. And he will not be flying on it. This was all to state that he's not a flight risk. Judge said, okay, that's good. All that's fine, but we don't trust you. And you have a lot of money, access, friends with access, friends with money, and you intimidate all of your witnesses, and you've been known to do this for years, and I'm going to lock your ass up, and you're staying. And tomorrow, she'll decide whether or not he's going to stay until the trial, and eventually she's going to decide, or is it a jury? He better hope it's a jury, because if it's the judge and she's going to decide this case, Puff is going down for a very, very long time. That would mean that Puff saw his last freedom for life. For life. If he is convicted. Because he will never leave the prison walls. His conviction would be something that would garner him a life sentence plus more time. He would be in a situation like R. Kelly. He would never leave, and he will be fighting cases until appeals run out. This is ugly. This is serious. And this is Golden Girl giving you the naked truth on this podcast that you need to subscribe to right now, because I got a lot of details. A lot of details are unfolding. I'm coming back up a couple of times this evening. I mean, a lot of stuff that goes along with this video, clips, this, that, the third, everything. And we ain't even got to like the whole situation with the girls that don't want to be named. Lawsuits are still dropping. DiddyClaims.com is still accepting people. This man's fortune has dwindled from a billionaire status to millionaire status, from $1 billion to 400 million and counting down. He is already getting rid of assets. He is doing everything to free up cash. Diddy is in a situation that none of us could have ever imagined. Personally, I think the whole thing is bogus. I really do. Diddy is in jail for his dick. What? It doesn't even make sense. Diddy is in jail for having sex, crazy sex, freak-off sex, threesomes, foursomes, group sex. Freak-offs is just the name that has replaced group sex, threesomes, and foursomes. So was that illegal forever? It's always been illegal to have group sex? I mean, where are the laws really? What are we talking about? The woman comes up with the name, a title. She calls it, we have freak-offs. He used to call it freak-offs. Now freak-offs is added into the dictionary as a new word. What's so new about it? Niggas been freaking forever. White people started it. I mean, really, group sex and everything like that. Black people wasn't into that. They followed behind white people and see what they got us. Bottom line, y'all, we talking about some sex that people was having, partying and having sex. This man is going to jail for life for partying and having sex. I don't understand that. This is a full-on takedown. And for why, you have to ask yourself, is it illegal to have a threesome now? Is it illegal to do all these? Like, is it? Because Puff is in jail for these exact crimes, for having freak offs, sex with males and females, group sex, drugs, liquor, the same shit people do every week, every day. Is somebody having a freak off right now? A whole bunch of people, thousands. People be freaking all day, every day. Why is this man going to jail for a freak off? It's not that. It's the people who he has videos of that are afraid that those videos will get put out. Now, there were industry insiders that I've heard say that Puff had been blackmailing some people in the industry for years, getting what he wanted, threatening people that he has these videos. And somebody got tired of his shit. Yes, they did, and said, you know what? This is it. And once he sued Ciroc, it was over. They was like, we ain't gonna, everybody already knew all the shit that Puff was doing for years. Everybody in the industry already knew. It was just a matter of who was going to say anything and try to take him down with it. But when he did what he did to Ciroc, he set himself up. He messed with the wrong white boys. They made him a billionaire. Music didn't do it. Nah, Rock the Vote didn't do it. No, Ciroc Vodka made Puff a billionaire. And in being niggerish and stupid, he sued them, claiming discrimination. How we make you $1 billion, nigga? And you sue us for discrimination? We'll stop at nothing to take you down. This song right here tells a story.
Security just raided Puff mansions. I'll be sure voice. Is this man finally mad? R.I.P. Kim, cause she went out tragic. Wendy Williams been told the world he's a faggot. His kids got booked, but Diddy wasn't slacking. So they found him in the tunnel underneath him and had the whole industry is scared cause most of them niggas faggots. All these bitches whores and most of them drug addicts. Charleston White, all you niggas brainless. Industry plant, you just internet famous. Speaking on the dead, they gon' shoot you till you faceless. Stomp you out with chucks with my Nipsey blue laces. Welcome to Gotham City, my Joker got 2 faces. Came at niggas, you'll suck his dick to be famous. Money the root of evil, stop thinking with your anus. No Diddy, Cooley made it famous. The industry, the matrix, all these niggas ages. 50 he an agent, 6'9" an agent, 1090 Jack and Vlad, they both ages. Even Puff neighbor snitched on him, he an agent. I weigh his tech like a foul on a plate, these niggas flagrant. Vince McMahon been a pedophile for ages. Shitted in the bitch hair, now she gangbang famous. Jimmy Iovine got booked for the same cases. Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, rapist. Dan Snyder, Nickelodeon, rapist. Orlando Brown got touchy, wasn't crazy, they was rapists. These rappers mad cause they know they wouldn't beat me. You know it's bad, they made Puff sell Revolt TV. 50 been a rat, you try and get the feds to grab Jay-Z. He's about to get his reparations, did he really shake? Mac and Black Rob screaming from the grave, I wish he paid me. Don Juan the hottest, they ain't fucking with me. The girl in the picture is C. Yeah, that blurred out picture with that girl on Puff Lat. That's, yeah, I mean, this the naked truth gold mine. Let's go.
Golden Girl is all over your Vox. Boy, I tell you, that song right there speaks to it all. That song was done a day after the raid at Puff's house. That's by Baby DJ. I'm going to do this. It's so much going on. There are so many details. Comments. You got comments? Post your comment. Damn, Puff, this is the fight of your life. Your man Keith said he going to die. Keith who? What Keith? Who? Keefy D? What Keith said this? Who? Post up. I want to know what Keith said that. You can shoot this out right now. Listen, the bottom line is Puff ain't coming home no time soon. The trial date hasn't even been set. Puff is sitting in jail going, if this bitch don't let me out tomorrow, I'm in here. And he's got to be thinking what I just told you, that if Puff is not allowed to come home before this trial, Puff could already be in jail for the rest of his life right now. And I hope that's not the case. But he could already be in jail for the rest of his life right now. Because if the judge doesn't let him out, wait, hold up. She's not letting him out. But then when the trial date is set, if he loses his trial, it's game over. Puff is already in jail for the rest of his life. The charges, sex trafficking, racketeering, he's facing a life sentence for slinging his dingle lane. And at the end of the day, I don't think that that's worth a life sentence or anything. Paying out $30 million. She's already been paid. She didn't want Puff to go to jail because she opted to file a civil lawsuit as opposed to filing a criminal lawsuit. So she didn't want Puff to go to jail, but he's there now. They've asked her for a comment. Her and her lawyer have said no comment. Her lawyers are the same people who represent Ciroc Liquor. So just know that that whole clique of clicks was clicking. All right, I'm going to come back, sending a shout out to Tamika, who just joined in. What's up? Listen, I'm coming back. I got details about Christian Combs. I got details about 50 Cent. I got details about this. I mean, come on, y'all. Like 1,000 bottles of lube, just 1,000, not 1,001, not 988, just 1,000 bottles of lube and oil sitting, waiting for the free calls. Is that what they're telling us? And was that important? That's how you know that this is being media sensationalized. 1,000, like that's not even important to the case. That's just an embarrassment tactic. They sound like the lawyers, the Blackburn guy, Tyrone Blackburn. He put a lot of allegations in the lawsuits and stuff to embarrass other celebrities like Meek Mill's. Meek Mill's name had no business even being in a lawsuit. That brought Meek down. That brought Meek so much anguish, so many losses, so much this, that, and the third, just by somebody else mentioning his name in a lawsuit. Now Meek got to be sitting there worrying. Oh yeah, now you think he not? Right now, Meek is worried. You understand? Meek like, oh shit. Oh, yo. Like what tape did this nigga take of me? Because everybody, like, people don't know what videos they're on because Puff was sneaky. He was videotaping cats and they ain't even know it. So Gas is like thinking like, yo, who did I do when I was in there? I did this person, that person. What did I do? I don't even remember what I did. Everybody's worried. Now it's like, you know, Diddy got to worry. He got to worry if they going to Epstein his ass.
So that's all I have. Huh?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Wait, what was the question? We're appealing it. We're no bail. No bail. He's detained.
We're appealing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail. Tomorrow at 3:30. 3:30. Same place. Bail appeal. Bail appeal. Bail appeal tomorrow at 3:30. Same courtroom. Different judge. He's doing fine. He's a fighter. He's a fighter, and he.
Okay, so here it is. There's one thing that I noted that he said then that I didn't actually hear before. He said 3:30 tomorrow, different judge. So there's a chance. Different judge, there's a chance. If it was the same judge, I'd say no. It's not going to happen. Different judge, maybe a chance. You never know. Puff may have been able to get this new judge some cash. They may have been able to already hook him up like, yo, make sure that he come home. Boom. Here go $1 million. I mean, judges ain't making that much money, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Type of money Puff got, he could buy a judge. He's bought judges plenty of times. I don't know if he can buy one now, but he's bought plenty of judges over the years. Many. Mimi said she don't feel sorry for him. Not at all. Mimi said, he is not getting no sympathy from her. She don't care. He spent the rest of his life in jail. She saw him kick Cassie, and that's it. He didn't kick Cassie, and she saw it, and it's traumatizing, and she don't feel sorry for him. All right. And it's all good. You don't got to feel sorry for him, Mimi. It is what it is. I don't say that I feel sorry for him. I think that that it's extreme. I think that what's going on is extreme. And I'll say it like this, Mimi, you used to listen to this show all the time. The things that Puff is in jail for now are the same things that people used to call into my show and talk about on a regular basis every night. People that were over 18 and over 21 that spoke about the wild and crazy relations and sex and group sexes and gay sex or whatever it was, fetishes and you name it. They talked about it. And so to me, listening to what's going on, 1,000 things of lube, I feel like that's just extreme BS right there. Maybe he had a closet and it was a shipment and it was 1,000 in the case. Who knows? I mean, everything that they're doing is for the marketing, the media, and to make you feel like this man he is a monster. But that he is more of a monster, I guess, than what he is. He's definitely a monster. He's definitely done many things to many people. I mean, there's a fear. I talked about it last night. If you didn't see last night's live, you're welcome to go back and look. I spent 2 hours going in deep about the naked truth about Diddy, this girl, Dawn Richards, how she got in the clique of things, being brown skin at a time when Puff was being, everybody was going in on him about always having light-skinned women, and then he brought these dark-skinned girls and Diddy dirty money in, all that. Like, I go in deep about details, about behind-the-scenes things that I really know in the way it really unfolded. So there you have it. You can check out last night's live. I will come back on a little later on tonight. These details are unfolding fast. Like, it's every half hour, something else is coming up. And believe me, it's coming up. All right. So there is also several other people who have not filed their lawsuits as of yet. There are other women and there may be another man, but there are other women who have yet to file their lawsuit. People are waiting to see what happens, and then they're filing their lawsuit, which it won't make sense. If Puff gets life in jail, like, you didn't file your lawsuit, what's the difference? He already in jail at that point. But we've seen it happen with R. Kelly. He was already sentenced and people were still filing lawsuits. I saw the district attorney, the prosecutor, say that if there are any other people who have cases or anything that they want to file, they need to come do it quickly. They're saying quickly because this is get ready to go. It's probably going to be a quick trial, and they don't have enough evidence to really put Puff away. They don't. This woman, Diddy Dirty Money, Dawn Richards, there's too much. Like, she said that Puff called her 54 times, but then there's plenty of evidence that her and Puff was messing with each other for years, up until recent. In the beginning of the case, she stood out there and said that, Puff never did anything. So she's got contradicting words. I think that what she's saying will be shut out and proven with the right lawyers and everything. They can prove that she's a disgruntled lover as well as a disgruntled artist. I mean, he did that with a lot of people that he dealt with, a lot of the women that were in his clique, that he worked with, that he managed, that he put on, he slept with. It was like prerequisite. You got to sleep with the bull, and they wanted to. Let's not act like he forced them. They wanted to. Y'all looking at it right now today. Oh, Diddy, no, Diddy, Diddy's still walking around. Women still are trying to get with Diddy. We saw it happen while he's had these charges and everything. It is what it is. Diddy is still a multimillionaire, and he's still Diddy. He still has that power. He's in jail now. He has less power. But at the end of the day, there are women that are already writing letters. They're like, what's his PP number? Let me send him a letter and try to get in just in case this nigga get out. It is what it is. I mean, I'm the Golden Girl. I'm only going to give you the real, and that's it. All right, so I'll be back a little later on with more details about Diddy, about his arrest, about the girl, Cassie, all that. I mean, damn. And about the whole situation of, Diddy could be really, really, as he should be worried about, and I know he is, he's worried about getting Epstein. That is something to worry about. I mean, he has all this information, all these videos on all these prominent people. Forget the celebrities. What about the politicians, the kings, the queens, the whoever? We don't know who all Diddy was with. Everybody was trying to get with him. The Prince Harrys, the this ones, the that ones, the Meghan Markles. What? All of these people? Let me tell you something. It's a lot of people, y'all. A lot of stuff. Facts. We were in these streets. Karma is a B. Tupac and Biggie and many others need justice. How dare him use love as his name? I'll pray for his kids. Well, Tupac and Biggie, he hasn't been brought up on charges for doing anything to Tupac and Biggie. Mimi, you throwing stuff in there. He ain't even brought up on no charges. Nobody proved nothing about Tupac and Biggie. But if they do, throw his ass under the jail. But as of now, no, that's nothing to do with Tupac and Biggie as of now. Because we don't know. I mean, people have been saying stuff for years, but the original of the story goes is that Suge Knight set up and did these things. That's what people said back then. Early story, first stories and everything, we don't know. What we do know is that right now he is in trouble for sex crimes and racketeering. All right. And so whatever his charge, whatever the racketeering that they are saying that he did, we haven't found out yet. And I'm sure they're going to add more charges on. Those are a little bit of charges. Usually they have like 100 charges. Even Trump got convicted for 34 counts. So that's what I'm saying. They don't really have a lot. They got like 2-3 charges. But one charge carries a life sentence. So it's ugly no matter how you look at it. We'll see. I'll check back in with you guys. Always remember to do what? B.I.G. Believe in God. He believes in you. He makes all things possible too. Yes. Get ready, get set. I got a couple more shows. I'm going to pop back up at any given time. Make sure you got me on notification. I still got a countdown. We on 49 days till election. All right. So I'm doing a countdown. I'm coming back up a little later on with that. And then I'll come back up with some more Diddy details. It's just all about the naked truth. And Golden Girl has got it. And you already know it.
Golden Operation complete. The Golden Girl has left the building.
Bad Golden Girl.